and welcome to Your Medicare and You by Choice, the Seniors Podcast. And I'm so happy for this episode because I have a good friend of mine he has a very important information that is relevant for a lot of people. But before we go, let me tell you something. The purpose of this is for you. There's millions of seniors out there. They need information, but they don't know how to get it. So we are trying to communicate to you. Don't leave benefits that you have available for you on the table. You don't need to suffer just because you didn't know, because your agent didn't tell you. Medicare Trusted Advisors is the place for you to look for an agent, get your questions answered, and have a good agent on your side. You don't have to settle for a 1-800 agent that is far away, that will never know. Go and search for an agent close to you. And after saying that introduction, I know you're ready to find out what is going on. Well, let me tell you, his name is Jay Watkins. He's a friend of mine. He's in the industry, and he has some very important information about what is low income or state help or federal help for seniors, so they don't suffer and they don't get shortchanged in the healthcare that they need. But without any more ado, let me introduce you, Jay Watkins. Good morning, Jay. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm glad to have you here in the studio.
Thank you for the invite, Gregory.
Yes,
Thank you for the invite.
Yes, we I know the information you're gonna bring is gonna be great. But the people that are gonna be watching this don't know you.
Right.
Who is Jay Watkins?
Well, who's Jay Watkins? Well, I'm a guy.
Good.
And I love this business. I like people, and I've been in the business just a few years, but over the past few years, I've learned quite a bit. And I'm also a beneficiary, so that's I think is important because I can relate. So what I'd like to do is just kind of give a little overview of who I am. I've been in the business serving individuals for about a little over 30 years and enjoy what I do. I've helped quite a few clients over the years in several industries, not just Medicare, but I'm focused on Medicare at this particular point because I think it's very important. As you mentioned earlier, a lot of times people have to call in to an 800 number. They don't have a face that they, can deal with. They generally, just get a person that enrolls them, and at that point, they're confused.
Yes.
You likely know that each year we have to recertify, and Medicare can be confusing.
Yes.
So,
and that's for an agent.
Exactly.
Imagine
that's my point.
A senior.
That's my point. It can be extremely confusing. So, my goal is to really become an expert in this industry and to be able to help as many individuals that I can.
Yes.
And the key word is help.
Help.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's kind of who I am and, where I am as far as this industry is concerned. And I'm really enjoying it a lot.
Yes, I know you. I know your work, how you help people, how you look those people with special needs. And that's the reason you were invited for this podcast, because I know you spend a lot of time helping people get the extra help that they need. So the topic for today, it's about getting help when you don't have it. And the help is going to come. I agree. I believe healthcare starts with an agent. And in this case, financial help also starts with an agent, because he's the one that knows what plans are available. You need to apply for them, but the agents can guide you, can lead you, explain to you, so you can benefit from this. So, Jace, just to start it, what type of help is available for a low-income person?
Well, quite a bit. In fact, the first mode is to pretty much find out whether or not they qualify for low income or what we call in the industry a dual program. Generally, what we'll do is we'll call into either the company or Medicare or Social Security to find out, what their benefits are. And then from that point, if they do qualify, then there are state agencies that can help out in regards to getting them set up for assistance.
Yes.
Hmm.
There's two type of low income programs.
That's correct. There's the dual eligible and there's a low income subsidy. Absolutely. And usually the state is the kind of the starting point for both situations. And they'll determine, who qualifies for which.
Depending on the income.
Depending on their income.
Sometimes they might not qualify for full.
Correct.
But they can get some extra.
Absolutely. Extra help. Absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely.
And one of the big problems we have in the nation is drugs. The cost of the prescription, the medication. Is there any help with that?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, usually with most of these plans, they come out a lot better than individuals who can't apply for extra help. A lot of the companies will basically cover 100% of those plans. It really depends on the company or the situation, but for the most part, a lot of dual eligible individuals or low income subsidy individuals don't have to worry about the cost of drugs at all.
They'll be minimal or
exactly.
Me, when I was an agent, and I imagine you already went through the same experience. I went to homes, and they were cutting their pills in two.
Sure.
They didn't, because they couldn't afford, or they drink a little bit extra medication or something, and they can afford to buy a new prescription.
Exactly.
And all the stuff with that extra help, it can help them.
It can help them immensely.
It's fixed income, so they need that extra help.
And those programs help immensely, and there's different types of programs. QMB, SLMB, which is a qualified Medicare beneficiary, and generally what happens is during the process of application, they'll be determined which one they qualify for, and depending on which one they qualify for, they may be able to get extra help that's complete.
Yes, and so the agent, and what we're trying to get the point here is who can start guiding you towards receiving or getting more information about this is your Medicare agent, because he's exposed to this all the time. And I'm not telling you this as a story. I've been to homes, people have papers that they qualify, but they didn't know what to do with it.
Exactly.
And they're missing the benefits and all that. So check your agent, ask your agent, look for an agent right here in this website, in this directory. Get your advisor to help you guide you through all the benefits that you have available. And one thing, some cities have a new program. It's called MMP. Do you know something about that?
Yes, I do. It is an excellent program, but everybody doesn't qualify for it. Yeah, everybody doesn't qualify for the MMP. Reach out to me on the website, and I'll give you some more information on it.
Yeah, the MMP program is like a pilot program that they're doing in certain big metropolis, and they're trying to help people with those programs.
Right.
Well, something else that you experienced, have you seen out there that seniors need to know?
Recently, CMS, which is the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, has authorized individuals who have kidney issues to qualify. And a lot of times what I've found is that individuals who have those issues also qualify for low-income subsidy or dual programs. So this particular program has expanded those benefits for individuals who have renal or kidney issues. Again, it is a situation, and you mentioned earlier, Greg, that a lot of times individuals don't know whether or not they qualify, but that's why it's so important, to reach out to an
Mhm.
agent, because what we have to do as agents is every year we have to recertify,
Yes.
for marketing and enrolling individuals in Medicare programs. And so we have to stay up to date
Yes.
as it relates to enrolling individuals. And as you probably realize, it's extremely, I won't say complicated, but there's a lot of
Mhm.
compliance as
Mhm.
it relates to Medicare and Medicaid programs, because mostly we're dealing with seniors, not always.
Mhm.
Some individuals who are not yet
Disability.
65, they're
Mhm.
65, disabled. And if they've been disabled for a couple of years, 24
Mhm.
months, then they qualify for
Yeah.
Medicare and or Medicaid.
Yeah.
So, it again, we want to make sure that the individuals reach out to us so that they understand that or understand specifically what it is that they qualify for.
Yes. It's we what we're trying to do with this podcast is to maybe shed a little light, and you should reach your agent or look for an agent to explain to you. You might qualify for extra help. That doesn't mean you qualify for a dual, but an extra help. But you need to ask and to find out. We're not selling something. We're not explaining. Every state is different. Every state have different qualifications criteria to qualify. But if you reach your agent, he will be able to help you uh, figure out if you qualified, and if you do, for how much. One good thing is, once you find out that you qualified, it triggers something that is called SEP. What is that?
SEP is considered a special election period
Mhm.
where individuals throughout the year, depending on a certain circumstance, have a specific period during that part of the year to elect to enroll.
Mhm.
Uh, because of all the compliance in Medicare, you can't just enroll anytime specifically for anything.
Mhm.
It's specific as it relates to that special election.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so that again, our job is making sure that you qualify for that special election if necessary.
So if you have a, you don't have to wait for AP or OEP,
Absolutely not. Not if you
because
have a special election.
once you qualify, now the door is open for you to come in and get the extra benefits. Well,
Absolutely.
Jay, the clock is against us. It's been a few 10 minutes or 15 minutes, real quick. But I hope that you out there that might be feeling the necessity of some extra help. The words that he has said that we have shared here today might give you the courage to go and ask for to see if you qualify for something. You might qualify and you might receive the extra help that you might need. You might get, like he said, the Part D, the drugs. That's very expensive. You might get, you know, help. It all start asking your agent to help you. You wanted to say something, Jay?
One other thing about extra help that I didn't mention was that usually when an individual has both A and B, they have to pay for the B portion.
Yes,
And so extra help in a lot of cases will cover that B portion that Medicare would usually charge, that premium.
that's correct.
So, give us a call so that we can help you make sure to save as much money
Yes,
out of your pocket as possible.
yes. That is a pay raise. That is
Exactly.
that is a pay raise. So we're not, what we're asking you is check your finances. If you feel you're struggling every month, call your agent, look for an agent right here, get a local agent, somebody that cares for you, an advice, somebody that can give you good advice. You will make the decision, but at least you have an option. You get the information and get the benefits that you qualify for. And Jay, I want to say thank you for spending some time with us here today. And until the next time, I encourage you to stay healthy, make friends, keep hope because the tomorrow is another day.
Thank you, Greg.
All right. Have a good day. Bye bye.